Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm Ian Duncan, your host and game meowster.
Yeah.
I'm joined by some pretty cool cats.
Oh, nice save.
Yeah, there we go, right?
It's done. It's done.
Done. Quit. The show's over.
Yeah, that's it.
To my left, Jamie Lee-Bonés. Jamie.
I can't think of a cat pun. Hi, I'm Jamie Bonez. I'm playing Lorna, L-O-R-N-A, or Elo, the modified medical droid.
And with all paws to the sky, Alex Herrera.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'll be playing Beegax Botano, the Doug Slicer.
Cat puns aside, we've left Botano behind.
That's true.
Let's go to another land. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Episode 9, The Placebo Job. After a tense meeting with the human Socorron verse, Elo and Beegax agree to help her rescue a friend from the nearby system of Geonosis. In exchange, their new ally agrees to assist them with a dubious deed for the Rodian Placebo, whose connections to Socorro's underworld offers the promise of credits and commission. However, these opportunities come with strings attached, tied to the fat fingers of a fearsome Hutt gangster, Zalto. But can Beegax and Elo afford to pass up the chance to impress the influential? The aforementioned appointment far on the outskirts of the city could be more than the fringers bargained for, and Elo and Beegax may learn the full price of a favor on the black sands of Socorro.
Let's start it off by doing a destiny roll.
Oh no.
Ooh.
That was the worst idea possible.
Bad juju.
I got the worst possible thing. 2 dark side points.
I got the second worst, 1 dark side point.
I also got 1 dark side point.
Oh, not again! Come on, man!
Oh!
What are
You know
the
what? I don't
chances?
care whichever one I get back. It doesn't matter. They're both traitors.
Again.
Yikes.
The dark side
It's calling to us.
You know what though?
calling.
It's only fitting because at this time in the universe, the Empire is in like
It's true.
1000+% control.
There's an imbalance.
Yeah.
There's an imbalance in the force.
Or some would say it's been balanced because the equation is all one-sided and the other part is off of the paper.
Our camera comes down from the scorching sun of Socorro. This red giant just burning like the kind of heat that you can hear. We see your ship, the Way, distorting in the heat haze, emitting off the platform here at Socorro Spaceport. The ship's recent wounds exposed to the intense crimson sky and the occasional swirls of ashy black sand. You have just made a deal with Verse, a human Socorron woman, and agreed to help a friend, in exchange for an extra pair of hands repairing the ship, and assistance with this, let's just call it the job, the placebo job, right?
I like it.
So it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like you're going to do some ship repair.
Well, if we can repair the swoop first, because I don't want it to be in bad shape before we have to run away from these guys and they're going to shoot us.
Okay.
And there's 3 of us. I don't think we can fit on the swoop.
You can't. It's only room
Yeah.
for 2. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to need
But we can get to that. We'll get to plan. We'll
How to
figure
do
out
this.
what the plan
Okay.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's do the mechanics of it.
Sure, I can help. I'll try and guide her, I guess, from my basic understanding of mechanics, because I do have that. Like, this part should work here, so I'd make her go through the normal checks of a speeder bike.
Okay, so we'll roll mechanics on that. It's going to be an average check. You can have a boost die for having Verse help you. And if you want to flip over one of those dark side points,
Make it a red?
yeah, because there's like not only, so one of those purples are red. So like the body of it is crunched up and you're not fixing that, but it's just making sure that this thing runs, right?
Yeah.
But there's like goop on it and like,
Blood. Oh, there's blood.
yeah, it's like pretty messed up.
There's like Bothawui sand underneath it too.
This was a custom swoop too, right?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So-
You should have some of the custom stuff on your...
So if this works, I'll tell you what happens.
Okay.
Go. That's 0 successes, 1 advantage.
That's not terrible.
Yes,
All
it
right,
is.
so you don't fix this swoop, but there's something advantageous. What would that be? What is that?
So I would say since we don't fix it, what happens is Beegax eventually just gets frustrated and says, I just rip the frame off. And it's like taking the bumper and the hood off of a car, essentially. So the guts of the swoop are exposed in the front anyways, right? Like the side paneling maybe is ripped off as well, so you can see some internal workings under the chair.
Oh man, all those sweet like custom decaling
Ripped
that was
off.
on
Everything's
it.
been ripped off. Yeah. The advantage would be that he discovers the aftermarket parts here, the repulsion enhancement and all that stuff is still intact. That still works.
Tell me if you think this is cool and fair. I think because it's busted up and you can't fix it because you failed the roll, but you do have the advantage and you've discovered these parts. One of those custom parts doesn't work.
Okay.
But you can pick which one. You can pick which one still works.
As long as we still have the custom Bothan mud flap,
The ball.
Oh, yeah.
sexy
That's
Bothan
it.
mud
And the-
flaps, I'm fine.
And the ground effects
Yes.
are there.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the last one.
Pulsar lift
Yeah,
enhancement.
simply because if we remove the first one, our system strain goes down to 3 instead of 5. If we remove the second one, our handling goes from +3 to +2.
I agree. We'll just be a little slower, which would suck if we have to run away.
Which is
but-
exactly the reason why we have this thing.
Mhm.
All right, yeah. So the repulsor lift enhancement has to be removed.
And you don't have to remove it. It's just not working.
Oh, okay,
it's not
cool.
functioning.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, because this bike can still be repaired. It can still be brought back up to 100% condition. But right now, what did you say? The repulsor?
Repulsor lift, it's broke.
It's broke. And I like that, like, the body of it has been taken off. So it's
That's
like,
cool.
yeah, it's like when the car's exposed and like the engine's out or like, so you've got a working swoop. It does only hold 2 and it does have this little bit of damage. Beegax has gotten frustrated and like,
Tore it off.
yeah, I think he just like rips it off and like we see Verse like standing there with tools, like shrugs and like puts them away.
We can use it for the ship later. Beegax is going to realize we don't have enough space. Beegax will ask first, do you have like a hover pod or something I can attach to the back of this? Like a hitch?
She like looks down at the part that you ripped off and she's like, I mean, tie this to it.
It's not big enough for someone to sit in.
Like a sled, huh?
Yeah.
Well, enough's fallen off of your ship already. Maybe we can take some of the plating there.
That's not a bad idea. He's going to rub his chin again. All right, we have to make a sled. Or just make some makeshift, like, yeah, it's like a toboggan almost.
Yeah.
Just hanging on the back.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, God, this
Yeah.
is risky.
Yeah.
All right. He'll look on the ship for a piece that large enough for him. Because he's not driving this time, right? You're
No.
driving.
Yeah.
He's going to look for something that where he can fit on. Because I don't want to kill Verse. If
Yeah. Versus
We
like,
just got
I'm
him.
not riding on the back of that.
and that. Yeah.
That's not accurate.
So I'm assuming there's like a piece from the cockpit area where we got blasted in one of those times.
Sure,
They
yeah.
can just kind of rip
Oh,
off.
maybe what it is like, you know, when they take the floor up in the Millennium Falcon.
God, our secret compartment.
Well, I mean, in the Falcon, it's a secret compartment, but I think unless you have those installed, it's just like
it's just a regular floor.
it's just a flooring, and it like
We're gonna take a
it covers, you know, like wires in the ship. But you could like take one of those
all right,
out.
one of the
we,
floor panels.
we
Yeah.
have the cots too, right? Like all the beds and things.
Yeah, I think
I don't know if that would work, though.
I think that's a good idea, but I think
That'll take more time.
I think they're flimsy. I think the
Oh, they
cots are
probably
flimsy.
wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
all right. So
Like you could definitely do that, but it's just like immediately explodes into canvas and stuff.
so he'll take a piece of flooring out. Sorry, Elo, and then
Elo cannot watch this and leaves the room.
he flips it upside down, assuming that the other part is the one that's like more heat resistant or something. And he's just all right. Okay, let's get this tied up.
I love this cannibalizing the ship to like make this sled. Yeah.
Resources are low.
So where does Elo go? Like,
I picture Elo like walking into the cargo bay with maybe a tray of medical supplies or something and sees this all happening and just turns around and goes back to where they came from. Maybe taking a brief pit stop over near Borsk's quarters and just quietly saying to themselves, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
No. I'm trying to get us to find his son. Doing this for everyone.
Let's do the ship now. So you're spending this day, I'm assuming, like putting this stuff together.
Well, he said
doing
we
these
had to
things.
go at night.
At night, yeah.
So
let's do another mechanics roll for the ship. Now, this is going to be a tougher roll.
Right.
But if you manage to get one success, those guns will also be back online.
Can I help too, since I know the ship the best?
Oh.
Like maybe I can point out like, oh, that looks the worst, but this is where the real problem is. Fix this instead.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you add another boost die to that, like with Elo directing what, like you said.
The problems in the ship.
Yeah. So
2 blues then.
yeah, you can have 2 blues because Verse is also there.
Creating a team.
This is going to be a daunting challenge.
How many? It's like 4?
21 points of damage. Hold on, I got to
Our ship its damage can drink is what that means.
Yeah, it's so bad it can drink.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a daunting check. I'm gonna flip a dark side point and upgrade one of those.
Oh, sugar.
One of those. So that'll be 3.
Big. There's a huge pool. I'm going to move everybody out of here. Everybody, you're evicted. Get out.
3 purple and a red.
This is so many dice in one
Come on,
hand.
Maker. Don't let me down. That's like as he's cutting wires that he has no idea about. 1 success. Everything else cancels out, which was 4 disadvantage and 4 advantage.
Whoa!
It was one of you. So either you or Verse helped me out because the blue dice is the one that has success. That's
Let's
the way
say
I'm
it's
at.
LO.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah. Tell us what is it like? You described it briefly. Do you want to add any more detail to that?
Sure. So maybe they're working on the ship from the outside, and I see that what you're fixing is just cosmetic. And I'm going to go up to you and just say, actually, there's more damage in the engineering department than outside. We should be all right if this stays the way it is.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's good. You heard him?
We just sunk 2 hours into this.
Don't worry about it.
I thought you knew what you were doing.
I thought I did too.
You should have been out here the whole time. She looks at LO.
Unfortunately, I have no experience fixing mechanics.
Well, I mean, you got a good eye for it.
How long have you been on this ship?
I've been on this ship for quite a while. I was here with its previous owner.
You didn't do them like the Trandoshan downstairs, huh?
No, we were good friends.
Well, I've never heard Elo laugh before. That was terrifying.
Right? I didn't know droids could do that, and I hope they never do it again.
Well, Elo is a special breed, I guess. Special build.
Ella's gonna sort of look down to the ground, and as they walk away, I've been practicing.
No, it's good. I'm just terrifying that I've never heard it before. He looks at Verse, shrugs.
Do you know any jokes?
Really wish I had a Star Wars joke right now. So bad.
Something womp rats.
That's what it is. something. Well, yeah.
I heard this one time.
File deleted. Womp rats. We wipe from you guys like, no, that one goes there, that one goes here.
Oh, I love it.
And the sun is lower down now. It's getting to evening time, and we are back in sort of like the passenger area of the way, sitting around this table versus like, okay, I need to tell you what we need to do when this is all done.
All right. It's only fair.
So, my friend is in the Geonosis system. I got some transmission from her that no one's getting in or out of the system. The Imperials have everything locked down.
You're talking blockades.
Pretty much. And they're not fooling around. I mean, they're tracking everything. They're scanning everything. She's not on planet. She made it to a station, Rampart Station. It's a marshalling station for resupplying. That's as far as she could get, though. The only people that are allowed are people bringing in supplies, so we're gonna have to come in looking like we're bringing supplies. I've got some codes. They're older codes, but they should work.
Codes we might not need. I have a code generator could get us some easy spoofing stuff, but we'll keep him on hand anyways. This is a freighter. It's meant to haul, so that won't be a problem. The way she looks, that's gonna be an issue. And then you hear like creaking. Yeah.
As long as everything looks good on paper, I don't think the imps care. We get in, we meet with my friend, we get out, and we get them to a safe place on Tatooine.
Whoa. Pump the brakes there, Verse. A second leg, huh?
Yeah, it's a stop and it's on the way back here to Socorro.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be coming back. I mean, once we do this job and get paid. Unless you're thinking of coming back, but,
Well, I gotta come back. Weren't you looking for someone?
Oh, yeah. Whoops. Beegax quickly recants. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to chalk it up to him thinking like, I'm running. But he remembers, nope, I promised I'd do something. Okay. And you can see when she brings up Imperials, he gets a little like nervous. I'm not on the friendliest of terms with Imperials. Chin rub again.
Ain't none of us are, right?
No. He points to the closet. That, Trandoshan, he was here for me.
Oh.
I'll tell you about it on the way to get this package. We should probably mount up.
Hey, look, that's none of my business. I don't want to pry. You got problems with the Imperials. That's half the population on Socorro.
All right. Well, let's at least get ready.
Okay. I want to bring a friend, too.
Do they know how to shoot a gun?
If they have to.
Do they know how to ride a speeder bike? More importantly, do they have a speeder bike or something?
I don't want to get them involved in this.
Oh, you mean you want to take them to Geonosis?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they got money?
Not for any of us.
Every little bit helps. Especially if we gotta buy fuel.
I thought that's what all this work was for. I helped your ship. I helped with your bike. We
Yes.
put your sled together.
Yes, but unfortunately, we have currently 0 credits.
And it's like way too late.
You see Verse like look over at Elo. Like she like actually like takes Elo in a little bit, and she's like, "Are you a medical droid?
That is my intended purpose. Yes.
That'll be good. We could use you. My friend. She's pregnant."
Yeah, I forgot. You guys do that.
She turns her head and excuse me.
I've been dealing with non-human, or what they call them, humans. I guess they call them humans, or like humanoids. You know, Bothans or different. Just never, fleshies. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, you were right. Non-humans. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's just weird.
Well, how did Dougs get born?
Nobody.
Did you guys come out of the ground?
That's the legend, but nobody wants to know that. Let's just put it like that. Anyways.
All right.
Yes, we'll take your friend, but we need the money for fuel. This work is for passage. It's to ensure that we actually can get you where you need to go. Without these, there's no that. And he just like points to like outside.
Well, that's what this favor is, right? We're doing this thing for Placebo, and so that's why I'm here. What do you need me to do? Let's come up with a plan.
So he'll break down the plan. So we got to go get this package. There's going to be these people who have it who are not going to be happy that we stole it. So chances are a shootout might ensue, but we might be able to sneak in and take whatever it is because there's no buildings out there, hopefully. And if there are, they're ruins, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there's nothing out there. No cover, no nothing.
Oh, good.
Do you happen to know of any tribes or people who might be northern of the city?
Those are tribunal lands, but hopefully if we don't run into any of them.
Well, the non-friendly ones.
Right.
Cool, good to know, thank you.
So that's it? We're just going in guns blazing?
No. We're going in quietly, taking it and leaving fast. Guns blazing if things get hot, which please don't let it get hot. And like you'll see, I guess his shirt's a little open, you can see the scar when he gets shot.
Okay.
All right. What you, Elo, you ready?
Elo is going to walk over to the swoop and just throw her leg over. Let's go.
Beegax, uncool, sits in the sled that's tied behind it, and he'll use the disruptor rifle this time. And he just takes it. Oh, I've never disintegrated anyone before. He's kind of shaking a little bit. Shakes his head. Come on, focus.
Verse will put like her hand down on the gun. You're gonna do fine.
I mean, I've shot a gun before.
Okay.
Let's just make sure we watch where we point that thing.
Yeah, remember that. Come on. Flashback to shooting at the swoop and
Yeah,
missing entirely.
we like cut to Beegax firing into a crowd of Bothans. Cut to Beegax like blind firing on the ship. Flashback to him on the sled holding the rifle.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, aiming. Yeah, okay.
You guys head out on this swoop. It's like dragging Beegax out of the...
He's hanging on. Like one hand is hanging on to like, I would say maybe some railing, some inner railing. It's just like, and it's like, it's jolting. It's like,
Yeah.
Like really bumpy.
Let's avoid some rocks if we can.
And it's like definitely like the sun is way down. It's like that cool magic hour where the sun's down, but there's still light everywhere, and it's like that red dusky light. And we see Beegax, Elo, and Verse holding on to Elo from behind on this swoop, and Beegax just like hanging on as this sled like cuts a path through the black sands of Socorro out into the desert. I mean, this is far away from the city. Like you can see it in the distance on the horizon, and you can hear that like lonely wind of the desert like whipping stuff up, and like the sand kind of like getting in your face. And you guys come to this area where this is supposed to take place. What does it look like here?
Well, I would assume we want to position on a ridge, right? So like Beegax.
And
would
pretty
be-
far.
Yeah, Beegax
Okay.
would shouting,
Hey, slow down. Go up there.
and like look for some place where we can stop out of view. He gets off the sled. He's like, it's like, but it's a little hot because it's hot sand. And the plating is it's thick, but I'm assuming it's like opening grids in some sections. So like some of that heat and sand is coming out. He's like rubbing his butt, like, and then he'll motion everyone to get down and go to the ridge and look down. I'm picturing, and you can feel free to throw things in here, but it's like a section of the desert where there's some rock formation, so it looks significantly different than the rest of the desert. And it's like pretty much nature's meeting place. Like it was built for people to come here and meet to look, but it's, you know, created from just rocks being put here or just like forming here eons ago and just never moving.
Yeah, sort of like the some of those like Utah
Exactly. Yeah,
monument.
like those plateaus almost, like those thin
Okay.
ones. I forget what they're called. There's a specific name for
I
them.
understand about.
But like a couple of those, almost like a snake, like a curling, like there's a couple of them and they're in a formation. It's a really weird, like snake type figure. I don't know, for some reason I think of like, people would call it like, oh, meet me at the snake or the cobra or whatever the snake equivalent is in this particular planet.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yeah,
That's super cool.
Anything else? Yeah,
Well, this is the place where we're seeing these people, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so can I have Elo run? Oh, my perception is shit though.
Mine is too.
But
Run
I'm gonna
back
do
to
it.
the ship.
Yes.
real quick.
She forgot her glasses, or they forgot their glasses. No, I was hoping, can I have Elo run a perception, and I want her to distinctly like zoom in, and she's looking for a box or a package amongst whatever group of people this
Yeah, because
is.
we don't know how many are there. Yeah.
Got
it.
That's up
Yeah.
to you to tell us.
I like that. Okay, you guys get up on this ridge, and the galaxy is ablaze above you in stars, and it's cooler now that the sun is gone. But you're right, you can still feel some of that residual heat in the rocks and in the sand and on your tuchus. And
It's my fault.
Elo, like Verse kneels down, and I'm assuming like Beegax kneels down, and Elo starts to like zoom in, sort of like that Star Wars monocular vision where it's
yeah.
like that 1970s like CRTV looking kind of thing. Yeah. And what you see, there is a ship. It's a light freighter ship,
Oh, we're stealing it.
and it's on, like, it's just parked on the sand here. It's powered down, or at least like it's in auxiliary power, so like there is light flooding out of the cargo bay, and there's a truck, and the truck is on, ready to go. It's open, and there are 3 Nikto beings there. Yeah, they are, what's the best way to describe them? They're sort of like horned lizard, like what's that species of lizard that has like a bearded dragon,
dragons,
kind
yeah.
of a little bit. They're definitely like repto mammals, human looking lizard people, but they have like horns and spikes coming out of their face, sort of like weird beards. Yeah.
Do we know how many there are?
There are 3. Yeah.
Okay, it's not too bad, but we don't know how many are on the ship.
What they are doing is taking these crates that they're like typical Star Wars crates, but they levitate. So like they're the hover crates. So you can just like, press a button and like push it around and then like press a button.
It's
like,
easier to push around.
Yeah. So they're like hover crating things down off of the ramp of the ship and into the back of the truck. And the ones that aren't doing that, or I should say the one that isn't doing that, is holding a slug rifle.
Ella will look over towards Beegax. There seem to be a lot of packages. Are we taking them all?
He didn't say. He said 1.
There is definitely more than one.
Okay, how about this? I see is that a truck down there?
Yes.
All right.
He like looks at Elo and verse.
Let them pack it onto the truck, and then we take them out and take the truck.
That sounds like a plan.
How you want to take them out?
Well, one of us stays on the ridge, picks them off. The other 2 go in as the one up here lays down some covering fire. It's pretty basic Imperial tactics. And so since I got the biggest gun, I think I should be up here.
He kind of shakes his head a little bit like, yeah.
I mean, with the record of your aim, I'm not sure that's a great idea.
Okay, well then. First stays up here.
Well, I can cover you.
All right.
She takes out her disruptor pistol and she flips it around and hands it to you.
He will take it.
She like pulls it back for a sec. She's like, don't cart this up. I need you both alive so I can get to Geonosis.
I'm not a stupa.
And he takes off his disruptor rifle and flips it around, hands it to her.
Yeah, they trade guns.
Yeah.
All right, disrupt the pistol.
Are you sneaky, by the way?
No.
I'm not sneaky either.
Verse also mentions she looks at the disruptor rifle. She does that cool thing where she like flips the gun like over and like, like takes the magazine out and puts it back in,
Shows
like cocks
us.
it. Yeah, like she knows what she's doing with this. And she's like, if you get too far away, then I can't cover you from here.
How far?
And he's going to point to the down there.
How far past the ship can you see with that? Or can you hit with that?
From here I can fire, but if you got to hightail it out of there with that truck like you're planning.
Maybe we should wait to see where the truck goes. Then we can ambush them.
We're not fast enough to follow the truck.
And he looks back at the swoop. And because we lost that part doesn't work. That part would have helped us because it gives it the extra oomph.
The speed.
Oh, I can follow you on the swoop. Leave your bike here.
When she says that, leave it here. Leave your bike here. It like slows down and says, leave your bike here. And he just like gives her that side eye.
I'm not going to jump off with your bike.
Okay, well. Yeah, the bike's there, obviously. The bike's here to use. We can sneak on the truck. Get them when they're not looking.
He'll look at the truck. Is there enough space for Elo and Beegax to hide on there without being noticed? Assuming 2 of them get in the front and 1 gets on the back.
Right now, there's no one in the front of the truck. It's just like they're just like unloading towards the back. So, and it looks like there's plenty of room. I mean, think of like a truck,
Right.
like, yeah.
What if we got in the front of the truck, waited to hear the door close, and then just floored it?
Oh, the back of it?
No, the front. Like I'm in the driver's seat, and we're just like, okay, wait for that door to close, and we just go.
We could do that too. Yeah, that's a good one. Less bloodshed. Then they don't see who we are.
We don't have to kill anybody.
I don't have to disrupt or somebody.
And we can just...
But I kind of want to disrupt somebody. But yeah, no, you're right.
We can just have Verse, like, watch to make sure we can get in the...
But we don't have comms.
We don't have comms.
I mean, there's no better signal than you just leaving. That'll be my signal too.
All right.
You just got to get down there and not get spotted.
Well, good thing it's night.
He'll put the pistol, like, on the holster that he had.
Let's go.
I need you guys to roll some
drive, though.
You want me to drive? Oh, land vehicles, I'm actually better at driving than
some
spaceships.
stealth checks.
Oh, God, okay.
And I will burn a light side point to make it
Ooh,
yellow.
yeah.
How
hard is it? I mean, there's nobody here.
It's nighttime.
They're all in the ship.
It's nighttime.
It's
I'm saying.
Okay.
One blue.
You twisted my arm. You can have a boost for the cover of night. And the difficulty is against their vigilance, and their vigilance is 1.
Oh, one of these?
One.
We did the best plan. It's like you play a video game, so many ways to finish a mission. And you're like, this is really easy. But not yet, because we're not done yet.
Yeah, we're not done.
We
Let's
haven't-
see how
we
this
haven't
turns
said
out.
it's-
Who's leading? Are you leading?
Yeah, I'll be in front.
All right.
But you're, oh God, this is going to be, please.
I'm so scared. I don't even want to.
Oh. 2 successes, 2 advantage.
I have a wash for success, but I have 3 advantage.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know what I want it to be already, and that's that the doors to the truck and the keys are in there.
Okay. I like that.
So that at least, even though I am spotted, Beegax, you can still get in the vehicle.
Hell yeah.
I like that. So tell me what this looks like, you guys coming down off of this cliff and circling around to this truck.
So Beegax will like motion, come on. So he's gonna go like we're gonna walk down like the hardened pieces of sand that make like a makeshift ramp that goes down from the ridge and then cuts a little bit. He'll move very quietly, very slowly, but like the sound of sand crunching under his like feet, just like crunch, and they'll reach the first like the tail end of the snake rock formations. And he'll wait for an opening. He'll see like there's nobody moving around, so he'll move to the next one. And he'll continue to do that, but about halfway through, he'll forget that Elo's behind him. It'll just kick into like the old school Beegax instinct mode where he's like maneuvering, and then it's gonna hit him. Oh, Criff! And he'll turn around and he'll see Elo's like a couple stones back, and he'll wait like.
I think part of the reason that Elo maybe fell behind was that they were trying so hard to be quiet. They weren't really paying attention to where Beegax was. So as soon as they look up and notice that, oh, Criff, I'm so far behind where I'm supposed to be, maybe they'll trip over one of these rocks and because they're made of metal, make a very loud, not welcome in the desert sound.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. And probably fall on their face onto the ground.
Yeah, Elo goes crashing down into the sand, and all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, what's going on?"
Beegax stays perfectly still, and like from behind a rock, I'm assuming it's covering him entirely. He's gonna put his hand up and motion to Verse like hold. And hopefully she knows what this means. Like, don't shoot them. Don't do anything crazy yet.
Someone's out there. Hey, you. Hey, come out. You see lights now sweeping off of the ends of this slug rifle and sweeps over onto Elo. It's a droid.
Elo at that will slowly start to get off of the ground, hands in the air. Hello. My name is Elo RNA.
I don't care who you are. What are you doing out here?
Don't tell him your name.
I'm so bad at lying, so I'm trying not to lie. I believe I've been turned around. I'm currently searching for my captain.
Your captain?
Captain Durgo.
Where is he?
Have you heard of him before? He's quite infamous in the realm of the galaxy.
Okay, so the lights aren't on me, right?
The lights are not on you.
Use my success to continue my path into the truck. So the door's open.
The door, according to the advantages,
Oh, yeah.
the door is open. The keys or the fob or whatever it is in Star Wars, probably a button, right?
I've seen buttons. Yeah,
Is
it's
like-
fine, yeah. Primed.
On,
Yeah.
yeah.
Beegax looks back.
All right, Elo.
And he's gonna like from the truck look up to Verse and like wait for her to like maybe if she's paying attention to either side, wait for her to clearly look at him, and he's gonna motion like
You see, yeah, like
Motion pew pew.
yeah
You
motion
s-
finger gun motion. Sorry, I forgot that we're doing this.
you hear as you're coming around, like this voice that's talking to Elo, like, go check the truck. And then you see Beegax and he like climbs in, he like does this thing. And then we cut to like the scope of the gun and we can like see Beegax do his hand motion and Verse like points the gun at the Nikto like coming over, like puts the Nikto like drops one of the crates and like draws out a blaster and starts coming around, and then you just hear the gun spool up and let's roll some initiative.
Oh my god! Triumph, baby!
Oh,
Oh, very good.
1 success for Beegax.
Well, so that worked out. That's PC, NPC. It's like staggered. I think, if this is okay, I think Verse should go first because she's firing.
Yeah.
the gun.
Yeah,
I think she'll
I
be the
think so
first
as well.
PC slot. Okay.
She's what's getting
Look,
us into this.
She even acts like a PC. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm first. I'm taking the first slot.
It would just be so
is
badass
it
if
gonna
she
be
just sniped this guy right as.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's got it's a disruptor rifle, so he's gonna turn to like nothing. It's disintegrated. He'll be vaporized. Oh. Is that a triumph?
That's a crit, and we gotta respect the crit.
Oh my god.
Part of the cool thing about that is when you crit on certain types of enemies, like the enemies that you are fighting now, called minions,
Oh, dead.
insta-die. So, yeah, so Verse, like, sees Beegax do this signal. She lines up a shot. We see the crosshairs on this Nikto that is setting down this crate and walking over to the front of the truck, and she just pulls the trigger, and this, like, beam of energy comes firing out and just like explodes this dude like in front of Elo before he can even make it.
But that
If it's in front of Elo, they're probably covered in this.
There's nothing. There's nothing left.
Nothing.
It's
It's
like
dust.
yeah, it's
Oh
like
my
dust.
gosh.
It evaporates.
So cool.
His clothes are the only thing that's left.
Yeah, into sand, and yeah, you hear like everyone, the remaining Nikto down there, they drop the boxes, they pull out blasters, they're shouting and like looking around to see where this shot is coming. This guy is gonna take a shot who's got this slug thrower rifle on Elo. We're under fire! Swings this gun around and is gonna take a shot on Elo.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Maybe he'll miss. Maybe he'll miss.
I
Maybe he'll
mean,
miss. Maybe he'll miss. I am one with the force is with me.
Here we go. That is a success and 1 advantage.
That's some damage.
Yeah, so that's some damage, like actual damage coming your way. But remember, it is sucked up by soak. Some of it will be sucked up by
I just
soak.
soak 1.
3,
So that's 7 damage.
4 damage.
4.
Boom. A slug fires out of this gun and like ricochets off of the plating of Elo, causing some damage. Now it is a PC slot.
Elo is going to take cover, probably behind this snake rock formation.
Well, I think you're away from the rock. There were.
because you came out.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, you
okay,
guys
okay.
snuck away from that rock. Yeah.
Is there anything to use as cover then?
The
Probably
truck?
not. We'll need the truck. But yeah, Elo would jump over near the truck and pull out their blaster. And how far away are the other two? Because the guy, he came close to us.
There's only 1. There's only 2 total left. Because one
There's
guy's
2
gone.
left, but how far away was he in terms of bands?
Short.
Cool. Elo is going to try to shoot one of them.
The one that just shot at you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Revenge.
Yeah. 1 success, but 1 disadvantage.
You fire through. you this is like behind this truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me what it looks like you popping around.
Elo gets hit by this slug rifle, and it probably pushes them back a few steps. With that happening, it alarms Elo that, oh, Criff, I need to take cover. And Elo is going to jump behind this truck, pull out their blaster, peek their head around to try to get their target, and is going to swing around, fire, and then jolt right back.
Time crisis. I like that.
I think the threat is you trying to do this move, like to get around fast and get a shot off. It costs you a strain to be able to do that.
What's your
Now,
strain?
when a character involuntarily suffers strain, I suffer 1 less strain per rank of resolve, which I have.
So nothing.
0.
Zero.
Nothing.
I am a robot. I don't care. I mean, droid. Robots aren't real.
That is so Terminator of me.
Yes, that's so very cool.
Yay.
Hello, tell me what it looks like when you blast this Nikto to death.
Can I go like big with it?
Go big, yeah.
Okay, so-
this is respect the crit. We're only going big.
Right. Ain't no small fries here.
As Elo is swinging around this truck and like quickly aiming, fires, and you just see this Nikto take this blaster fire right between the eyes, and the head just splatters all over his buddy.
So we're in Rogue One. This is Rogue One.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And it's like blasters are just beams of light, so it must be when it hits Nikto, their heads explode. There's something about it.
Oh man.
And Elo didn't see that happen because they are so fast when they swing back over. Taking
Beegax
the
looked in the
string.
rearview mirror and saw it. Oh!
Yeah, that's cool. And then when you flip that rear view mirror, you see one of the other ones like running from this fire, running for cover from the truck. They're gonna use 2 maneuvers to try and jump into the truck, and they're gonna open the door from the other side and see Beegax there and like look at big wide eyes of puzzlement, and then just like put the blaster in and take a shot.
I get hit. This is gonna hurt. I get hit without fail on these.
Dude,
And I'm like the skinniest member of the team. Oh no.
that's just 2 failures and an advantage. So this is real close. Like, how does he miss you in this way?
You know what? I'm gonna say that like I use one of my limbs and to like push like one of the free feet limbs, and I kick his hand down. So the shot still goes off, bam, because it hits either the floor, it ricochets off the floor onto the ceiling, and puts a big old hole in the cabin of the truck, and it's just like ah.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, you kick that gun before he gets the shot off. It is a PC slot.
And I'm taking my turn. And as I do that, just quickly pull it out and shoot him with my disruptor pistol. 2 successes, 2 disadvantage.
Oh, that is enough to... Yes, to end this Nikto gangster. So tell me what it looks like when you fire this disruptor pistol.
So I kick his hand down, shoots down, ricochets, hits the ceiling, the cabin of the truck. And as we're following the shot, he looks back, and I already have the gun there, and I just let one loose right at his chest. And he, like the look of fear in his eyes, he looks at Beegax as he just dissipates into like the ether. And the clothes just whip around and fall in the truck, in the other passenger seat of the truck, and Beegax is like shaking. I think the disadvantage I take is strain, because like I've never disrupted somebody before.
Yeah, like the mental image of seeing someone disappear like that.
Yeah, and I was the cause.
Yeah.
I just keep picturing Peter Parker. I'm like, I don't feel so well, Mr. Stark.
No, it's much faster.
Picture that,
Okay.
but faster.
Yeah.
Like Tony or Mr. Stark.
He doesn't get to finish. Spoiler for anyone who hasn't watched like Infinity War,
Oh
which
my
came out
God.
like 2 years ago or whatever.
Excellent. So, I mean, this happens in seconds, and you start to hear other voices on the ship, like coming out, and you see other Nikto now armed, racing down from the ramp of the ship. And
I have a question before we continue. Are there any crates in the truck?
oh yeah, they've been stacking crates.
But there's one off the truck.
yeah, there's one off the truck.
I think we have enough to go. I'm sorry, continue with your description. I
yeah,
apologize.
sorry.
That's what happens. They spend their turn trying to make their way, maneuvering out of the ship and trying to figure out what's going on. But there are 3 more
I don't want to deal with 3 more.
of these Nikto here. Yeah.
Is the back of the truck open?
Yes.
Okay, Elo is going to run over to the back of the truck, jump in, close the doors, and bang on the front and yell, "Floor it!"
You see these Nikto scramble, and they are going to start firing onto this truck.
What range band are they in, sir?
They are
Medium, please.
in medium range.
Criff, yes. This truck's about to take some heavy fire.
It's not our truck.
It's gonna be ours. We're taking this.
They're shooting into the back, but they're going to have a black die because it's kind of obscured. It's not, I mean, it's wide open, but there's still like, it's a narrow shot, and they're trying to shoot.
I shut the doors.
Oh, you did shut
I
the
shut the doors.
Well, then they're just going to blast this truck, I guess.
Yeah, they're like,
Oh
whatever.
shit.
1 success and 4 advantages.
Holy moly.
All 4 tires.
Is it a hover truck or is this like ground-based truck?
I think it's like some kind of hovery truck. Like it's not actual wheels, right?
Because they have stuff with treads.
Yeah.
That's true.
They do have
Tanks
some
and
treads, but
things.
I would guess based on the environment and technology available in the city that it has to be some sort of hover device.
This is a
But
desert.
if you want it to be a
I
truck,
meand treads would make sense too, because like
sandcrawlers
the
have treads.
sandcrawlers have
Yeah.
treads.
It's up to
Let's
you.
call it treads. I think it has treads. That sounds cool. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a heavier
Like a
vehicle
tank.
too. We're stripping this truck of parts and using it to repair the ship. 100%.
I was hoping there wasn't any more Nikta so we could take
There's no way 3 of them are gonna
so we could take their ship
yeah.
for parts.
So they blast this truck and like blast into the back, and I think it like blows the doors off.
Okay.
Yeah, so now Elo, you're like fully exposed. The blaster fire has just like made such an impact. They haven't blasted off their hinges, but it cannot be closed. Like they're rattling around.
They're like formed wrong.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. And then it is a PC slot.
Beegax, for the third time, I think, on the show, punches it.
All right.
I'm gonna blow this truck up.
So it has a system strain of 8.
What? Oh my goodness!
Yes.
8!
Damn.
Better than the swoop.
System strain of 8, hull trauma of 8.
As he's doing this, I'd like to use, if I can, my hand motion to go like this, like move.
Beegax makes a signal and punches it. And I want you to look at the speed on that bad boy right there.
Speed of a whopping 1. So he hits it. That's it's gonna be put in here. I can already tell. It's gonna be put in here. Punch it. And it like maybe it's like kicks and then like goes at a steady pace. And I'm just like, it's not good. Crap. He's gonna shout back, Elo, you're gonna have to keep him off our back. This thing's not moving very fast.
All right.
The waveform is just like a solid line.
It's just like Criff.
All right, so this blaster fire is starting to come into the back. Now they'll have a black die because even though it's slightly covered, but they are able to like take shots at you, and it's a narrow shot.
So medium range?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to get us into like long.
That's just a wash. Yeah, so there's just like blaster fire lighting up the night here. You see like green lasers just shooting at this truck as it's like trying to chug its way through.
Oh my god.
And then it is a PC slot, and
I give it to Verse.
and Verse is gonna take a shot on one of these. That's a wash too. I'm rolling washes over
Jamie
here.
already told me because she saw it and she
I was
looked at me
like,
and she shook her head.
it doesn't look.
She sees your signal, lines up another shot, and we see that scope vision and fires, but she sees that you're moving, so she takes a shot hurriedly before she's gonna get back on the bike, and it goes a little wide and hits like the ramp of the freighter, and like sparks shower out in the night, and then she takes a sigh, but like gets up off the ground, picks up the gun, and we just see her like get onto the speeder bike and start speeding away. And then we see like a couple of shots of the like vehicles starting to like converge together, and it is an NPC.
What do they drive? Are they just running after us?
No, you don't see. Oh, you see. You know what you do is you see them from the rearview mirror firing, and then they disappear back up into the ramp.
Oh, they're gonna. Oh, the truck with the gun is gonna come out of the ramp.
And then it is a PC slot.
I'm gonna take it to move.
yeah.
I'm gonna put strain on it again, so we're at 6. So I'm flooring this thing.
You see Verse coming down on the swoop bike, like meeting up with you from the side. You see Elo in the back, the smoke coming off of some of the like burnt things here, and Elo bouncing around in the back. And then you see the 3 of these Nikto start to come out on speeder bikes onto, like, coming out of the cargo of this.
Looks like we're gonna get some new bikes.
I am gonna flip a dark side point, and a couple of things are actually happening.
They have
here.
night vision, they have long range weaponry, and they have super swoops that are basically 2 swoops tied together, like having 2 motherboard or 2 graphics cards, double engine, quad laser beams, and they work for Darth Vader.
I want to know what this is. I want to be able to open up one of these crates.
I don't recommend we open
Well,
this.
you can try and do that, but
now.
even at the slow speed that this truck is going, it's kind of bouncing and rough terrain on the sand. It's like off-roading here. And some of those crates are starting to like bounce around and dangerously, like one of them slides off the back and just lands in the sand.
Oh, we had 2 of them. Now we have 1.
There's more than one
okay.
in
Oof.
there,
Yeah,
yeah,
we've
but
got a
you are
few.
starting to lose crates fast.
I don't know. Do I notice, or is it just Elo who's because he's there back there?
I think Elo is seeing, yeah, like one of them, just boom, you hit like a bump as you're punching it, and like one of them like falls in, like it like hits the hover button and just hovers out the, out the back. We're still on a NPC slot. These speeders are going to try and catch up with you. So they are going to start firing at Elo in the back, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's 3 successes.
Holy moly!
And 3 threat.
That's gonna be 9.
Yeah.
2, 3. Oh, that is going to be 9 damage,
Oh,
though.
Then the soak doesn't go away; it stays there.
Yeah, you can still soak that
I'm
through.
still down. I'm still down.
Oh, that takes
down.
Elo to 0
He
threshold.
can't use
Yeah.
strain to take it, right? That's not how it works.
No,
Yeah.
What ends up happening here? They got quite a few threats, and I think what happens is this Nikto it's cutting in close to the 2 of you, and it like cuts in close on him, and he's like leaning to try and get this shot as the doors are flipping around, and he fires the blaster pistol, and it hits Elo right in the chest, and Elo goes sprawling back into the inside of the truck, but he has leaned a little bit too far, and he falls off the bike and lands prone onto the ground, and the bike like swerves off away. Yeah. Elo, you are down.
Yeah.
You are not dead.
Okay.
But how this works, and again, like, we can flavor it as maybe it's like system malfunctions and you're unconscious, or you're just out of the fight. You don't have to not be nonverbal for this, is basically what I'm
Okay.
saying. I need you to roll I need you to roll those percentage dice.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
this
are
is
going to
gonna be
take
injury.
a critical injury.
It's like Pillars of Eternity.
66.
Oh, that's not a great number in Star Wars.
Is it not?
Execute Order 66.
So all the Jedi's got killed.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's 69?
69.
It's 69.
Oh, even better.
69.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
So I'm going to give this to you because this is going to be
Oh, it's gonna stick with you too.
an ongoing thing.
No.
Yeah.
There's already so many there's so much mystery already inside your memory banks. I don't need you to have another mystery.
Just come probing around in here again.
Yeah, and
You'll
then-
figure it out.
No, it was off limits. It was blocked. It's too much code. Subroutines that I know nothing about.
Now, you're out, so this isn't the mechanical effects aren't really going to affect you, but this injury stays with you until you can actually heal it. So let's say you get another critical injury like put onto you, like someone shoots you or you go down again, you would roll the percentage dice and you automatically add 10 because you have a critical
Because I have
injury
injury.
already.
Stack.
And that's how critical injuries start stacking to permanent death.
Okay.
Tell me what that looks like. Like, what happens to Elo getting just taking this blaster fire?
So I pictured Elo amongst all of these crates doing their very best to keep the crates into the truck. And so as soon as Elo gets this shot right into the chest, they're probably going to fall back, and then you just start seeing all of these boxes bounce, 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 bounce. And Elo is just like sprawled across the ones in the back.
There's like a flickering light in the truck as it's bouncing, like the overhead light is
Yeah.
like flickering as all of this is going on. It's chaos back there. Love it.
I don't even know that Beegax would really be able to tell that Ella was out
He would
either.
just keep looking back occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess when it's my turn, I'll notice.
It is a PC slot.
I will take it, and I will turn back and see Elo's head no longer. Like, I guess the window should be big enough that I can see. So
Like a window looking into the storage of the truck? Yeah, absolutely.
I just see like the back of their head tilted and things like sparks and just Griff! As I'm piloting, I can't shoot anything, right?
You can fire a blaster out the window if you want.
Then I can just continue punching it then. Right? I can't do both.
Well, you can take 2 maneuvers and
Strain myself?
strain the vehicle to...
Yeah. Oh, the vehicle?
Yeah.
Oh, let's strain this baby.
All right.
She's meant for it. Her name is Agatha because it's an A3 Dre light speeder. All right, she's going to take strain. And I'm going to shoot backwards.
Come on, Maker.
Beegax whispers as he tries to aim the shot. While doing this one, he's turning his head from the front to the back, looking behind himself, and he takes a shot. 2 failures, 2 advantage.
Tell me what that looks like. You fling your arm out.
Yeah, he flings his arm back behind the glass. Like, I'd say he breaks the glass, right? It shatters. Use the butt of Versus rifle or gun and hopes, I hope I didn't break it. Takes the shot as his head. I keep making this head motion, but I realize it's bad for the audio, so I'm not going to do it anymore. His head whips from facing the windshield, facing the front of the truck, to facing the back window he just shattered, and then he just takes a shot because he's never done. This is a position he's never shot in before, let alone he doesn't really shoot guns very often. So the disruptor pistol just fires back, and it zooms past the 3 Nikto who remain, and it gives them a scare. But I would say that the advantage is hopefully maybe pushes them back. I don't know. I don't know what this does.
Maybe you hit the crate that fell, and if there's anything explosive in it.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
That's cool. I think we got to do that though. I think it's too cool to not. Okay. I think you shoot or you miss and you hit the crate and it explodes and you were not expecting that, and there's just this black cloud that pours up out of the sand, makes this huge noise and creates all of this smoke, and then out of it we see Verse just riding through on the bike, and I'm gonna give a black die to the next check of the Nikto gangsters now, because it's smoke and stuff that they can't see through.
Oh my gosh.
That's
So
really cool, Jamie.
These are highly explosive.
Okay.
And we've dropped 2 or 3 of them, and there's a few more just jiggling around in the back of the truck.
I can't wait. I'm already unconscious around. This is fun.
That's death. That's extra death. That's real death. RD.
I would like you to flip a dark side point.
Dun, dun.
Shit shows up and blasting us.
Elo is just shoom, slams against the side of the truck as you're trying to keep on course towards the city of Vakeia. You see Verse come up to the side of the ship and she points. There is a sandstorm of wind starting to come perpendicular, and it's moving swift.
And this is all at night, so our headlights are on, and their headlights are on.
Yeah, and sand starts to spring up in front of the headlights. You see the smoke pull in the direction that the wind is blowing, and she says, "Storm!" Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crit, Empire's Edge. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by giving us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It's a simple thing that will really help us grow the show, and we love to read your feedback. For more information about the show, visit @RespectTheCrit on Twitter and Instagram. Beegax is played by Alex Herrera, who you can find on Twitter @AEHerrera or on his Twitch channel, WadeWolf10. Elo is played by Jamie Lee-Bonés, who you can find on Instagram @jamielee.bones. I'm Ian Duncan, your GM and MC, and you can find me @idunks on Twitter and Instagram. The original music featured in the show is provided with permissions by a variety of artists and are linked in the show notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to check out more of their work and tell them how much you like the show. The Star Wars role-playing system and books are published by Fantasy Flight Games. And remember, whatever the system, whether it's a miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and may the Force be with you.
Well, wrong voice. Oh my goodness.
Well, what I want to do
Well, I'm
is...
Beegax now, and this is how I talk. Like.